Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to take another example related to reactive form, where we will discuss how to use form control for email validation. If you remember, in one of our previous session, we talked about the max length, min length validations, right? So in this session, we will be particularly focusing on the validation related to email. Okay, so by the end of this session you will be able to understand what is email validation, how to apply it on input field with the help of form control for reactive form, and all the other simplest way of or theoretical things that we should know for interviews in an exam. Okay, so these are the planned thing that we will be doing in this session. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on form control, not on the other stuff, right? But prior to that, you should know what is form control and other examples that we covered already, what is reactive form and other basic stuff. Okay, so yeah, and for the detailed content you can also refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3000 plus free resources, which is available in both Hindi as well as English language. So as per your convenience, you can go through it and you can consume it. Okay, all right, so now let's go ahead and start preparing the example. So let me explain you the requirement. So requirement is very straightforward. We have one input field in one form, and that input field we want to validate on the basis of email. Okay, so I want to make sure whatever user is keying in that particular field should be email, a valid email. Okay, so for that we will write the logic. So let's go step by step. First step, we are supposed to add required modules in app.component.ts file. So for that, let's go to app.component.ts file. Here we have import section. In this import section, we will simply write a reactive forms module. Once reactive forms module is added, now you are good to use this form module to create your component. To create your reactive form. Okay, now after this, we are sure that for validating, after validating, we will be needing the conditional statements, right? So for that, let's import ngIf as well, because this is something that we will be using for deciding what to show when error is there. Okay, after this, we are sure that we will be accepting one email address, right, as an input field. So let's define its variable. So to define the variable, you just need to write here email. In email area, you have to mention the variable, right? So new, and then we will write here form control and press enter. So currently you can see it is not imported, right? But when I press enter, it will automatically import this thing for me. So always make sure it is imported, otherwise it won't work for you. Okay, so this thing is added. Now after this, just add a parenthesis, set the default value. If you want to keep any default or initial value for this variable, you can keep it inside between this quote. But for now, I don't want to put any default value here, so I will just keep it as blank. After that, add a comma, and here you are supposed to use validators. Okay, so this is the validators. Remember, this should also be imported here. So I will just press enter, and my editor will automatically add this here inside this import. In case if it is not there, please make sure to add it here, otherwise this will throw error. Now after validators, you just need to write here dot and email. That's it. No other parentheses, no other values, no other argument. You just need to write validators dot email. So once it is added, now you are good to use this form control variable, that is email, into your program. But remember one thing, this is completely case sensitive. So if I am writing something with capital E, it should be used everywhere in the application with capital E only. Otherwise it will throw error, because here the meaning of capital E and small is different. Okay, Alright, so I think in component.ts file we have designed all the required thing, like we declared the variable, we imported the form control, reactive module, reactive forms module, or validators, right? So these are the all things that we need. In fact, ngif is also there. Now next what we will do, we will simply go to app.component.ts file, not ts, it's HTML file, and as per the requirement we will design the form, because now we have everything that we want to design the form, right? So for that, you can see I have a heading, these heading, the first heading tells Angular course by Tech Sharmit, second heading tells reactive forms in Angular, form control with email validation. Now after this we have two horizontal rows. Okay, now in this in between these two horizontal rows, we will define one form. So write the form here, and in this form we will mention the all required stuff, that is a label. Okay, and in label we will mention the thing that is the field name, so I want to declare it as email. Okay, now after this, once label is added, now you are good to use the second thing, that is input field. So just simply write here input, and here we will define the type as text or maybe email. Email would be more appropriate because this is particularly for email itself. And then we are good to use our form control, which we already defined there, and name is email itself. Okay, so this is something that is coming, we are referring it here. Okay, so make sure, don't get confused between this email and this email. This is the just a type, and this is the variable that we already declared. Perfect. So this thing is ready. Now let's run the application as it is, and then we will add the error trapping message. So ng serve -- open, enter. Just wait for a few seconds, and then it will show you the output in the browser screen, and then we will verify whether it is working perfectly or not. So you can see now we have got this thing. So first heading tells Angular course by Tech Sharmit, second heading tells reactive forms in Angular, form control with email validation, one horizontal row is there, one email field is there, label is there, and also one input field and one horizontal row for the termination. Although these horizontal rows are not important, not mandatory, but just to show form properly, I am using these horizontal rows. Okay, fine. Now currently if I write something, let's say A, so it is not showing any error, right? Although it is invalid, but still it is not showing error. Why? Because we haven't added logic for it. Simple. So let's add the logic. So I will write a paragraph over here. In this paragraph I want to show email is invalid, but when? Let's specify the condition first. Okay, so I will write here *ng if. Okay, and then ng if, sorry, I removed star. So yeah, *ng if. Here I will check if email dot what need to be specify here, errors. Yeah, errors, question mark is just to make sure that it is referring to the right thing. Inside a quotes we will write email. Perfect. So this is the thing that we want to capture, and here I will just show one message, email is invalid. That's it. Okay, now you can save it. So now if you refresh your browser, if I write something like A, okay, something is wrong here, and if email dot errors, okay, something is wrong here, question mark dot email dot, let's see why it is not working. If I write abc@gmail.com, something is wrong. Let's verify that. So we have added the form control, then we are checking for paragraph, it is *ng if. Email, I hope this is the same thing here also, email. Let's copy it from here, although it is same, so I don't think it will make any difference. Okay, something is wrong here. Let's verify. Okay, the mistake is with capital E. This should be error now. So for error it should be small. Okay, but in fact we haven't added the square brackets, that's the reason. Let me clear it up. Now put as quotes and inside this just write email. Is it correct? We have added, oh sorry, we made it wrong. This is perfect. This should be small email. I hope it would work now. Yes, now it is working. Okay, so that's why, like I was saying, that don't get confused between this small e and capital E, otherwise it won't work. So you can see now email is working fine. If I am writing A, it is showing email is invalid. If I write B, C, @ and after @ if I write something, let's say A, so it will not show any error. But in case if I use dot, it will again check that there should be something after the dot, and then it will throw the error. And if something is after that, it will not throw any error. Okay, so that's the simplest way to add the validation for your form, particularly for the email verification. Clear? So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.